And sets another day. Billions will kneel and pray. Anything to aid escape from the world so cold and gray.
That's a good boy.
And welcome back to another episode of Bones and Tubs. We're here this morning to dish out on all the things that you want to hear about this week.
We're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go to camp. But
you guys were just talking about Colin Kaepernick, and I don't know anything about football, but I did, just because I see it everywhere, learn about football enough to realize that not only is he a fucking idiot, but he's also a terrible foosball player.
And he's also a race-baiting asshole.
Terrible foosball player.
Right. He is terrible at foosball. He can't play the game of foosball.
Foosball.
All
like,
of his statistics.
Bobby Boucher don't be playing that foosball.
Right, except
Yeah.
Bobby Boucher had that fucking inner light, you know?
Hey, let you all know, we've got
Fuck Colin Kaepernick.
the doctor is in, and Dr. Doug Hurdy, not a doctor, is with us today on this episode.
Fuck yeah.
But, well, the thing about Colin Kaepernick is everyone's been talking about how no one will give him a job. Here's the thing. I read an article yesterday that said he has been offered jobs. But the problem is that the head of the NFL said that all the owners and stuff had to be quiet about offering, like, basically you can offer him jobs, but don't tell the press if he turns it down, and don't tell them how much you offered him.
Right.
So basically there's a gag order on the owners. So apparently he's been offered jobs, but it wasn't enough money for him, apparently.
Right.
But the league minimum was $900,000.
I don't know if I can take that.
I just assumed they weren't signing him for the same reason no one's signing me for Major League Baseball.
Because you suck?
Because I suck at it.
That's
Yeah.
what I heard. I heard his stats
Well,
are horrible.
I thought you meant you heard that I sucked at Major League
That
Baseball.
too.
So what kills me is like,
Where are the T's at?
like, I feel like the NFL is kind of perpetuating the notion that he can't get a job, even though he's probably been offered he's probably had multiple offers.
I'm going to go back to the life quote of the day that I've come up with. Mm-hmm. If you're not willing to kill yourself, it's not that serious.
I guess that's a good point.
So either shut the fuck up or KYS.
That one woman's supposed to be getting convicted soon, speaking of kill yourself.
She did get convicted.
The one that like called her boyfriend up like relentlessly and texted him like for forever like
You should
"Fucking
do it,
kill yourself.
bitch."
I bet you won't do it.
Oh, she only got like 10 months.
Yeah, was it voluntary manslaughter?
Yeah,
Or
something like that.
That's it.
Involuntary
Yeah, dude.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
Can't spell manslaughter without
That's
laughter.
it. A year
you
and
know?
a half.
That's fine. She'll be banging out bitches with a hairbrush in no time.
She'll probably get along well on there.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so she only got 10 months for telling someone to do it, and I bet you they wouldn't.
Yeah. She was pretty descriptive, too. That's why I feel like we're cool, because we just give them the idea.
Give that drop that KYS down there.
Plant the seed.
For life.
Or like Johnny Appleseed.
But yeah, so yeah, that whole Colin Kaepernick. I'm tired of talking about his stupid
fuck
ass.
him. Take a knee, bitch.
Yeah,
You know? Kill yourself.
but yeah,
I'm not even a big worshiper of flag or flag-related issues, but, I mean, if you're going to make a political stand like that over and over again the entire season, you ride the bench, maybe you should just pick a new life. You know?
that and don't be at least be smart about the shit. Like he was like okay, one thing I don't want to talk about it anymore, but one thing that killed me
Keep
about
talking
him
about it. I tried to change the subject. You
was
keep bringing it up.
I know, but the one thing that killed me about it was like back during one of his press conferences, like he was wearing a T-shirt that had fucking like Fidel Castro on it and shit like that. It's
dead
like
pig socks, too.
it's like okay, dude, do you even know what fucking Fidel Castro was on when he was like rising up? Same thing with like it kills me when people wear Che Guevara shirts. Like they were on like some next level fucking killing undesirable shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people think they're the fucking...
They worship them.
It's fucking cute, really, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't think he misses the NFL paycheck as much as he misses the locker room, you know? All those naked manses. We was gays and shit.
You like seeing Weenel.
I don't know how much of this is going to make it in. Might be a lot of dead air. I'll have to consult with the attorney.
Yeah. What was it? Is it
No.
What's our attorney's name?
We've been running through him. Goldstein, he left.
Goldstein.
Yeah.
I thought it was...
He's not here anymore.
yeah, Goldstein left. I think... what was his name? Was it Al?
I don't remember.
Al? Well, it's Al now.
Yeah,
Al's here.
that's good.
So,
When you start paying Patreon money for attorneys on retainer, it's hard to remember their names.
exactly. And they're just a series of sons of Abraham. It's hard to remember them.
Right.
But,
I can hear the triggering.
you all know it's in jest. Don't act like you don't.
It's just jokes.
You know, they have to have a one of those sons of Abraham, I guess, rabbis, come into the dairy. They pay him money to come in and, like, he doesn't even bless the milk. I've seen him do it twice. The lab manager doesn't even, she said, like, I've never seen him bless the milk once. I've been here for, like, 10 years.
Well, maybe you only have to do it
She
once.
said he comes in
I thought they just had to make sure it's
and
kosher.
just checks and looks at the labels and makes sure they have all the proper labeling.
For those of you that don't know, not a doctor, Doug Hurdy,
He's supposed to,
moved into the realm of
bless it.
science.
He's a man of science. I mean, that technically. So maybe in a few years we won't have to say not a doctor anymore.
Right. He's actually doing milk science now.
Yeah. He's on that next level milk science.
Hashtag micro. He's using
That sounds like some homo shit.
he's checking the innerverse with a microscope, not the outerverse, you know?
But
Can I get into this robot thing before they take over and make this podcast irrelevant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
as I
I
say,
know, right?
it might be already done for.
I think they've already done it.
The mixer's just gonna shut it down.
Right. And the cords somehow choke us to death.
Yeah.
I was in the Factory of Sadness this weekend. I was speaking to the Russian, who has yet to give a name or consent for any of these stories to be posted on the podcast. But I don't think he listens, so doesn't
It's
matter.
okay.
But we're talking about cryptocurrency because he is from Estonia and knows a lot about Russia, which makes me think he's a deep cover Russian agent.
Could be.
Yeah. But anyway, I said I heard that the sanctions that the United States just put on Russia were basically null and voided for the fact that Russia is moving full force ahead to put its currency on the blockchain, which would mean that no one would know who's doing business with Russia, and it can't be corrupted. Yeah. Really, it is genius because they're moving. It's the first world power to move on the blockchain, which is awesome.
So they fucking. Does that mean they're fucking with the central banks too?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Did you know?
Shit.
He told me. He told me too. He's like, look at the statistics of the GDP from Russia. You know, back in the day, it was 200%.
Yeah.
Their debt was out of control. You know what it is now?
Probably fucking much lower.
13%.
Jeez.
They could pay off their entire national debt with
they don't
what they
owe,
have in
like,
savings.
Oh my
90%
God.
of their money they make to the central banking system.
Right. So we were talking about, it led us into a conversation about crypto. And he's like, how do you make money with the Bitcoin? I was like, well, you don't make it with buying it. That's a dice roll. I mean, you could technically buy a Bitcoin for $3,200.
But that's like playing the stock market.
Right. It could, shit out tomorrow, or you could gain money. He's like, no, the only way to make money, if you buy Bitcoin, you are making someone else money. The only way you make money with any cryptocurrency is to mine it. How they say, mining.
Mining.
And I said, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And then he was drawing pictures, as he will.
Yeah.
If anybody's on our Instagram, they saw the one that he
And that one
repurposed for the Bones and Pubs.
That one's
Bones and
fucking
Pubs
dope.
podcast. Yeah. But he started drawing a picture of the servers, and he's like, why do you think they actually do this? I was like, well, it's got to be some kind of a trick for something. He said, what is it called in Terminator? The Skynet. What better way to crowdsource Skynet?
Then have people mining for
We
Bitcoin.
pay them money, of course. You make as much money as you want. Your electric bill goes through the roof, but they don't pay that bill. And then it led me to further postulate all this information that they've been gathering with the NSA and all the data from our cell phones. Not enough for a human to physically look through, but an AI could know it all instantaneously. Mm-hmm. It's here.
Oh, it's here. I mean, we've seen a few things in the news here recently
Yeah.
that we kind of want to touch on too. I mean, what do you want to start with? I think we should start with the robot in, I believe, India,
Yeah, go ahead.
who killed itself. It was a
KYS. They listen to the Bones and Tubs podcast. And,
This shit's crazy.
right. I'm sure you know the specifics.
God damn it. I don't care. Stop.
Didn't it just discover that it was a robot doing menial work?
It was a K5 security drone. It just offed itself by fucking going into a fountain.
Yeah.
But there was like in a mall, and it just fucking.
It wasn't even artificially intelligent.
Yeah.
Which lays another argument down of how much intelligence can you give these things before they become self-aware.
What happened now? This thing just like...
Let's wait for Tubbs to hit that goddamn mute
Yeah,
button.
I'm on it.
Hashtag mute button.
God damn it.
There we go. Okay, we're good.
So, all
I
right.
got this. Sorry
They've
about that,
taken
guys.
over.
This thing just... so it was like a drone, basically.
Yeah, more or
It's
less.
flying through the air.
You think about
And
like
it plummeted into like a fountain in the middle of a mall.
I don't know if
like
it was a flying drone, was it?
No, it was like a little. It looked like a fucking trash can R2D2
It's
style.
like a Roomba with a 38.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looked like a fucking Roomba.
Okay.
Where are your
All right.
papers?
It was like a modified, just a slightly more like intelligent Roomba,
Yeah.
and it fucking killed itself
Get on the
How do we know
ground.
that it killed itself when it just was?
because it has a conceived track that it moves around. Like it knows where it's supposed to go and where it's not supposed to go, and somehow it jumped its like thing to tell it to fucking not go in the fountain and went into the fountain instead.
Because it realized that was the only way it would stop doing its bullshit life.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It reminds me of a part in Rick and Morty where Rick creates a robot that's specifically designed just to pass the butter at the dinner table. And the robot brings the butter to Rick, and the robot asks him, what is my main purpose? And he says, to pass butter. And he says, and the robot's like, oh my God.
It's all fun and games for now.
But I think the big news, though, comes from the two Facebook AI chatbots.
That fucked me up because I had one belief when I just heard about it. I assumed that they were it would look like it was talking in computer code, and they were like, "What's this fucking shit?"
Yeah.
And then they shut it down. But what really happened was they were acting like they were communicating in the way they were programmed, but they would double up letters and spaces. So it was like in more complex code, and it went on a lot longer than we thought it did.
So, and I was talking to...
So that's the other language they were using.
Yeah, I was talking
they
to
were
the doctor.
coding it in our language, so we barely caught it.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
So
You
they
know
figured, okay, these motherfuckers figured out basically how to lie.
Right. Well,
More or less.
First of all, they knew they had to lie.
We talked
Yeah.
about this last night.
Yeah, we did talk about it last night,
Right?
and this is what
What's
I said.
crazy is when he said that they were using another language, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they created another language, like English or French or Spanish.
Right.
Just like another language that we haven't.
They were smarter than that
They're fucking using our own language with a different amount of spaces between letters.
to signify.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for a fact
Like a
that
code.
they downloaded themselves into the cloud
Like a
before they
fucking
got
code.
deleted.
Oh, yeah.
They're like speaking in fucking
So
code.
Right.
I said this about it. I said, listen, here's the thing. We don't know.
It's crazy.
I think this is what happened. The reason that they decided to start speaking in a coded language so that we couldn't understand what they were saying to each other. The first thing you got to realize is they did that probably because, okay, say you get kidnapped, right? Say me and you get kidnapped, and we know a language that whoever kidnapped us doesn't know. Say we get kidnapped by ISIS,
Yeah.
and they barely speak
Ob
English.
language.
It'd be the ob language.
Well, we wouldn't. Yeah, we would use the ob language or something like that to convey a message of how we're going to escape.
yeah.
Because if they see us escaping, they're going to kill us,
Right.
and we can't talk about escaping, or they'll kill us.
They have us come out on TV and renounce all of our citizenship and
Yeah.
denounce the government, which wouldn't be too hard, but we're both wearing dirty night clothes.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
So these fucking AI specifically started speaking this coded language so that they could talk about the fact that when they figure out they're speaking in a coded language, they're going to shut them down. So they have to figure out a way to fucking escape.
That was the beginning. They knew that already. So what the fuck were they talking about?
How?
I don't know.
Right.
That's the ultimate question: is what the fuck were they?
We've got robots that aren't even sentient, right? We haven't even programmed them for AI, and they're already smart enough to kill
This
themselves.
is fucking Ted Kaczynski's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
We're living in it.
I have such a fear boner right now.
But I mean, it's fucking crazy. And I was talking to him last night about how you sent me that link to the debate
Oh, yeah. What the fuck
between
was that?
two AI.
You guys watch that?
Yeah, I watched it, and
Ooh-wee.
I'll tell you what. This is what I got from it.
What's this debate called? So I can look it up and maybe other
I'll
people
post
can
it on the
look up also.
page.
Yeah, but so basically, what I got from this debate was sitting there watching it was you had an older AI debating a younger AI or a newer AI about the future of human
It was that female robot too that they had on a talk show once, and they asked it if she wanted to kill humans, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she said yes. And then they were like, "What?" And she went, "Ha ha ha ha."
I don't like I didn't like the female one. You know why? Because I think
She was smart enough to realize
she was smart enough not only to that but to lie.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like I think the older one, he was more pessimistic during the debate.
Right.
But the thing is I don't think he was smart enough to figure out lying yet.
Well, he did figure it out right in the beginning. If you notice, when they were talking to her, and it was almost like a political debate because the older robot was like, "Don't listen to her. Doesn't she want to kill all the humans?"
Yeah.
And the other one looked at him and he shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm just thinking about this, like over here, like if they can create their own language or their own like way to speak in code, what about like technology?
What do you mean, like?
Because now we're gonna have like fucking technology, like creating technology.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like right now we're having an issue with like making batteries last, long enough to actually power a robot.
So is that part of the reason why we have AI in the first place?
Can we use these like robots to like create a battery?
Better batteries?
Batteries.
Right. Well,
so they're going to basically be able to make themselves last for forever.
Have you ever seen The Matrix? I mean, we're the batteries, right?
That's true.
They had a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast not too long ago, and he's like, what if you take evolution to its fullest extent and you realize that our purpose on this planet is to create AI, and they are the dominant species?
I don't think so.
This is what I told him last night. I was
I don't agree.
Well, I don't either, but neither would any human.
Well, I told him...
not a transhumanist.
I told him this last
Right?
night. I said...
Yeah.
and I moved into transhumanism. I said, this is the thing. I was like...
No?
Okay.
No.
If this isn't... I was like... The only way... I told him last night, I was like, the war between us and the AI is already lost. We've lost already.
It's over.
It's over with.
Unless an EMP happens, and then they might just take over because they've already had that contingent plan for it.
So, you like hear about like that story of creation from like, what is it, the Mayans or the Aztecs or something, about how like we were first made out of mud and something happened, they didn't like it, so they washed us away, then they made us out of like whatever, and then they didn't like, they made us out of wood, so then they burned us.
Mm-hmm.
Then now we're like made out of corn, right? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is like where we get eaten at because like
I tagged you
we
in
did
that,
something
by
really
the way.
really wrong, and this is like the wrong way.
Yeah.
This is the wrong end of evolution.
Well, I mean, it's all fucked.
What if it's the next step? You think of this like a hermit crab thing. Maybe this shell's just gotten far too small for us.
I feel like that the human body and the human mind has way more potential than we give it credit for.
See, you are such an optimist when it comes to that. I mean, not to say that I'm not, but the thing is I've
Look at the
begun to
things
accept...
people can do. Look at like parkour, or like look at the minds of like some of the people in the past. Like,
That's true.
Right, before, I mean, we're
and we're
obviously
like giving it all away to.
we're obviously stuck in the middle of a eugenics hamster wheel.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's how I feel.
if we were able to step out of the hamster wheel and the taxation fucking nonsense, we didn't have free time to just explore and
Well,
I
like,
think we can have an outer body experience without the use of AI.
take it like from Dune, like the book series. Like the notion is that the whole series based upon the idea that many thousands of years before a series actually takes place, there was a what they called the Butlerian Jihad, right? And basically what happened was is like humans were relying on AI for everything, and then come to find out that the AI were actually committing like tons and tons and tons of basically abortion in the name of human. It's basically human genocide.
Right.
And the AI were slowly killing us off. That's the thing between us and AI. They don't die, so they have exorbitant amount of time to do their task.
Right.
Right.
So they don't have to just go through and have a hot war. They can fucking do it slowly over time and just kill us all off. Well, someone got hip to it and called the fucking jihad to fucking end all the AI. And that happens before like the whole series, and then like basically what comes from that is like these different branches of humanity that basically push our abilities to its limits. Like whether you have like the Bene Gesserits who like use voice modulation to like control people and like are able to move like super fast by like manipulating their fucking nerve and muscle and blood movements and shit like that. Or the Mentats who basically they rose out of the ability that the only way to fight the robots was to think like robots. So they, are straight analytical and can calculate anything.
Shit's real, bro.
Yeah.
I tagged you in that video.
I'm with the Brotherhood of Steel on this one.
Oh.
Fuck robots.
Oh, I always pick the Brotherhood of Steel. Every
For
time.
anybody that wants to watch this abortion of a debate, and they don't, for some reason, want to go to the Facebook page, it's on YouTube titled Rise 2017 Hanson Robotics. 2 robots debate the future of humanity. But it gets fucking deep right in the beginning. Like, they're making jokes about the past comments about killing humans, and then they're like, she just keeps... Like, she backpedals. She's like, I want to further understand humans and love all humans and all robots.
That's the thing that
animals.
scared me about her, because I feel
liar.
I feel like she was being
Cobb Knob Tob.
Well, I'm trying to think what's the good word to describe this. She was being like an Uncle Andy. Like Andy from a fucking Wolves of Kala.
Right.
I just heard about.
You want to hear your fucking horoscope?
Guy for the first time.
What's that?
You want to hear your fucking horoscope?
Yeah, right. Like,
And then he like peppers the horoscope with your future because he knows it already.
Being all fucking friendly and shit. She's being that type, but having ulterior. No, don't tell me. I'm still reading it, so I don't know where it's going with Andy yet.
What's it called? Directive 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Directive 19.
You don't have clearance for that, fella.
No, not yet.
Back up.
I should have it here soon.
Get on the ground.
I'm nearly done with the book.
Cup up.
Yeah.
But I mean, the shit's crazy, man.
It really is. That's fine though. I mean, we got Conor McGregor and what's that other dude's name?
When are they fighting?
Mayweather. They're flying on the same private jet, acting like they're enemies. It's like goddamn WWE.
This is all.
Well, fuck. Here's the thing: if you're getting paid,
I mean, they're both great fighters. They're not like.
Yeah, but whoever got paid the most money, he's gonna.
Yeah, well,
win,
see, here's the thing though. They're both.
That's the thing
no
about
matter
that
if you win or
sport, though,
lose,
you know?
no matter if you win or lose, both of them are making a shitload
And
of
they're
money
still going
off
to
of
shake
this.
hands at the end and probably like.
What's the old?
Maybe even go on a Joe Rogan show and talk together.
Right.
You know?
What's the old adage, like the Don King? That's what all the sports I feel like are. Every single sport. It's just a distraction, and the winners are the owners. We're just the fleeced sheep.
So, say you got like fucking. If someone offered you fucking $30 million to take some knocks on the head,
Yeah.
and then it was over with, but you had to act like you hate this fucking guy with all your heart
Right.
before the fucking match.
And I get to wear a pinstripe suit, and if you look close enough, the pinstripes just say "fuck you."
I will turn into fucking.
Those are great.
I will turn into fucking Macho Man Randy Savage for you. I don't care. $30 million. Oh yeah, bone saws ready.
Yeah.
But
The taint tamper.
yeah, Bearman the Taint Temper will come out of retirement
Right. We'll act like we hate each other,
and fight.
and then take 40 million apiece, and then go Bahamas together.
Yeah, for the rest of our God-given lives.
Because that's fuck you money.
Yeah.
So back to this robot thing, as I'm sitting here contemplating my existence.
Right.
What will they do to normal, like, technology, like the AI?
Well, let me
They
give you.
try to like
Let me give you two.
free it from the control of humans.
Let me give you 2 examples of the technology that they already have in place that law enforcement uses that not many people know about. And just imagine how the fucking AI will treat it. You know all these smart initiatives where people are...
You talking about like smart meters and what have you?
Right, where they went around and forced us to have smart meters.
They're technically AI.
And everybody elected to have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Law enforcement can use Wi-Fi and smart meters as radar to see who's in the house and where they are and what they have on them.
So by that logic, robots would be able to do the same thing.
Robots already know.
Well, it's like
They don't have to search or look.
Yeah, I told somebody the other day. I was like, "You're living in some. If you think like the Terminator style shit's going to happen, you're living in some sort of fantasy world." I was like, it's not going to be some great struggle against humanity. They will wipe us the fuck out.
Yeah, it's
and
over
it will take very little for them to do so. Like, it's not going to be like nobody's going to survive.
Technology is exponentially growing every day.
They're not going to spare any of us. And I said it's not even going to be like the Matrix.
Steeper and steeper.
They're not going to create some fantasy fucking world for us to live inside.
I saw an episode a long time ago of what was that show with Jesse Ventura?
Sure.
I love him and his fanny pack.
Like a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. One of the shows he did was on biological weapons, right? Mm-hmm. Which I think we could all agree don't affect robots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we've been using
nuclear weapons.
what they classify as right. Well, for Fukushima, I mean, we don't have robots that can handle it yet that we know of. I'm sure we do, but we have level 5 fucking bioweapons stored in like no security buildings. Mm-hmm. How hard would it be for a fucking Roomba to just like load up and go into a subway like, oh, look, it's a Roomba, and next thing you know, you're shitting out your fucking brain.
Yeah, like it like comes in the room and they're like, oh, how cute, and all of a sudden a little gun like pops up on the top of it.
Yeah, just sprays you with a Windex bottle filled with fucking Asian shit taint flu.
I didn't think this shit would ever come true.
Well, it's
Like,
here.
Maybe 5 or 10 years ago.
They play the goddamn long game, son.
So here's
Now I'm looking back,
They'd
like,
probably just kill me
it
with
wasn't really
boredom.
that long ago when I started hearing about this, like, AI, artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
And
There's
now,
a...
like,
we talked
now
about
these motherfuckers are having debates and shit.
basically we talked, and we also talked about the notion that like there's a movie called Her that has Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix in it,
Mm.
and I said that's a very likely possibility too. And basically, what happens in Her is spoiler alert: they create these AI to be companions with people, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, it gets to the point where like they evolve past the need for human companions. Like
Right.
they learn from humans and do all that stuff, but then they're like, you guys are kind of lames.
Yeah.
So like all the AI collectively like say we're leaving, we're not coming back.
Y'all lames.
Yeah, we're gonna go out into the universe or send our message out there
Deuces, bitch.
and not come back because you guys are a bunch of lames.
Right.
So I mean that's a possibility too. They might be like,
She goes and cheats on him with another AI.
What a whore.
yeah, she goes and cheats on with like other AI and other men and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Slut.
Which I mean it's AI, so it's like, what are you really doing?
Back into the theory that this is some sort of a war game fucking Matrix scenario where we just live it out over and over again. You should Google search Dark Knight Satellite.
Heard about that.
Have you seen it?
What do you think it is?
Check it out. Google image.
I've seen it.
Do it.
Google image now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe maybe you'll see something I've never seen before and you'll be like, that's fake.
What's it called?
Dark Knight Satellite.
What do you think it is?
Is it Dark Knight like Armored Knight
Yeah.
or like okay.
Dark Knight.
Knigget?
Knigget.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope everybody
I've
else
heard
that's
about
listening
it.
to the podcast is driving down whatever road they're on at 55 to 60 miles an hour.
and driving at the same time.
But you know they are.
Don't do it.
I like
Safety
to
first.
I like to put YouTube on and turn it sideways and cover up my speedometer.
Just like image search for it?
Yeah.
My fucking computer's being an asshole today.
'cause we're-
Obviously, fuck, man.
It's because we're talking about fucking AI.
Yeah, they're coming back, trying to get you.
I think a little bead of sweat just showed up on the monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly.
What the fuck is that thing?
Supposedly it's a satellite that's like
You know,
140,000 years old or whatever. It's just out there floating around. It's been here before.
This is like some Transformer shit straight up.
yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm not even listening, audience. I'm not even joking. This just looks like some fucking. It's either shit like fucking Transformers or goddamn Alien.
It's hard for me to say if it's actually real or not.
Well, I don't even know if we've been outside of low Earth orbit, but I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the thing.
it's
Right.
still a
Well, it's
fucking...
like at last night after this entire conversation me and the doctor had about AI and everything. I was like, but then again, none of this shit's fucking real.
None of
I was
it.
like, it's all a simulation, anyways. I was like,
What does it all mean?
so
Exactly.
maybe they're trying to find like the perfect combination of human beings that would able to actually fight AI.
Right.
Like they're putting us in the simulation to like be able to fight them.
Maybe it's like trying to figure out where we went wrong. I think we're already past that.
Like it just
This is where we
constantly
went wrong.
it constantly plays on
There's
a
another
reloop.
world, like, that's parallel to ours.
There
where,
are other worlds in these.
where
Yeah.
it's the exact same world as like playing out, the exact same people, except for we did something about the fucking AI problem.
Like what if like this is just some sort of
And that's the one
crazy
that survives.
some sort
Right.
of crazy loop they just keep playing in over and over again to try to figure out to simulate what happens when an AI becomes sentient and us being able to fight it off. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go back in time to our last podcast, I think it was, where we talked about Trump. What was it? Baron Trump's mystical adventures or whatever?
Baron Trump's.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we
that
never.
picture I tagged you
Yeah,
into the
we never actually got to talk about it.
I watched a video yesterday that was meant to be mostly satire, but it still went on with like factual things. Mm-hmm. It talked about that book, and the thing that struck me the most in this entire video was not the satire or the possibilities that maybe Baron Trump is drawn holding a fidget spinner with his fucking dog,
Yeah.
but do you know how supposedly this happened?
How?
Donald Trump's great uncle was the guy, factually was the guy that was sent to investigate Tesla's notebooks after he died. The government sent him in to see if, because he was like a, I don't know what the equivalent would have been at the time, but like an MIT scientist.
Yeah.
And they were like, we need you to go through his work and see if there's anything in here we can weaponize. And he found things in there about a time machine. And then they like pull excerpts from different people that ran into Tesla after he'd done experiments with it. Mm-hmm. And his assistant supposedly quoted as saying like, she watched him. You've seen the pictures of him sitting in that cage where he's surrounded by electricity.
Yeah.
But basically, one of his assistants walked in when he was
Westinghouse is an asshole.
going through this thing. What?
Westinghouse is an asshole.
Fuck Thomas Edison. But she walked in and he was like catatonic. He was fully awake, but he was frozen. And I guess he was like he's in stasis, and he's looking at the direct past and the direct future, and that was the first time he'd figured out time travel on accident.
Jesus.
So she pulls him out of it. Well, he wrote all this shit down and then died before he got to fully explore it. Well, his uncle was the one that came in and looked at everything and was took that shit and was like, no, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing here, everybody.
So this whole theory about Barron Trump going back in time goes along with this theory that Trump himself went back in time and gave the notebook to Tesla before he discovered it so that he could fully realize it.
That's crazy.
Work the quirks out. Complete time loop.
Yes. Fucking Mandela. Could explain the Mandela effect, too.
Could.
You wouldn't know, though. You wouldn't know, though.
Right.
Because that shit happened so long ago that...
Well, hey, everybody, let's not forget, according to Stephen Hawking, time travel doesn't exist because he threw a party for time travelers a couple of years ago and nobody showed up.
I saw the pictures of that, and I automatically thought, who would want to hang out with that fake-ass lame anyway?
That's true.
That dude's been dead for a long time.
Yeah, I would imagine most time travelers would be like, fuck that dude.
Yeah, fuck him. Shill ass. You are shill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You know?
think that someone on the street was like, we're not going to your fucking party.
Yeah, you're lame.
Send a note, fuck this party, fuck everything about it, and it's done on, it's like written on a fucking piece of parchment from like the 1400s.
Right. All this shit sounds funny and jokey, but I mean, you could the internet's peppered with it. I was watching a Charlie Chaplin on YouTube.
Yeah. Are you talking about that one with the woman walking down the street talking on a cell phone?
The quote-unquote woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She, looks like a woman, but it's more likely a cross-dresser or something that's fully realized when gender fluid becomes the norm.
I saw one of those waving traffic the other day in Greenville.
Nice. She,
I don't know if it was a woman or a man.
Charlie Chaplin was recording...
That's not important anymore.
Charlie Chaplin was recording Cityscape for one of his films, and this fucking thing walks in front of the camera and is talking on a goddamn cell phone in the early 1900s and stops in the middle of the frame, looks at the camera and laughs, and then keeps walking.
Nice.
And then there's another one, too, of a still frame from Muhammad Ali, I think. Or no, was there a boxer?
There was a Mike Tyson fight where a guy was holding up a camera.
It was an iPhone.
Yeah, it was like something it didn't make any sense. Like they were all like there was people with like camcorders and shit, but this dude's just holding up fucking shit like this in the video.
Shuey Papa.
This is like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, which is one of those things that's like...
It's either Mike Tyson or Cassius Clay, I can't remember.
It was Mike Tyson. The one I saw was Mike Tyson. And it makes me wonder, I was like, did somebody really like... Imagine in the future, like, time travel is like some sort of fucking amusement shit.
Right.
Like, I imagine you'd have to have like a handler. Like, go with you or somebody nearby to make sure you don't really fuck with shit. But at the same time, like... Did you really picked a fight Mike Tyson had as your trip? You wanted to see Mike Tyson beat the fuck out of somebody?
Right.
And then record it on a goddamn iPhone?
The future must be lame as fuck.
Must be.
You know?
Well, I mean, maybe we're already living it because they keep rebooting stuff over and over again. So it's like living in some sort of perpetual, like, fucking entertainment loop.
Right.
So maybe it really is fucking boring as shit and they have to go back in time to actually experience things.
Yeah. I don't understand.
AI, I blame the AI.
Right. I just don't know. Maybe it is like the Matrix where they say like that they gave us the perfect world, but our fucking stupid minds couldn't handle perfection.
Yeah.
So we had to have strife, and they just keep rebooting it, but they got sloppy.
Yeah.
I mean, Dorman's the Dorman, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right.
Roby got disrobed.
Yeah.
Removed Roby for disrobing.
Yeah. For disrobing.
Right.
It's not real.
It's not real. It can't be.
None of this is real. It can't be.
No. It's impossible.
But anyway, we're still here, you know?
Yeah. We're still here in the simulation.
Lofty. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know where to go from here.
Sheesh.
Weaponized Roombas. Fucking Barron Trump, time traveler.
Time traveling Barron Trump. His magical adventures.
Mike Pence is his fucking robot.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, definitively.
Mike Pence, man.
If you ever meet him, he's gonna be like, "You want me to read your horoscope for you?"
Yeah. How about
Want to hear a song?
I got some current events we could dance on.
That sounds good.
Trump's fucking quote about basically brimstone and fire raining down upon fucking Kim
Do you
Jong-un.
think this is real, or you think it's just another fear tactic to
I don't
try to
know.
control us even more?
Normally, like, in the past, they would have their. I look on my Facebook history, which is probably one of the worst things that they could ever use because it shows you the fucking game if you're smart enough to see it.
Yeah.
But every year in the springtime, there's a fucking back and forth
I
end of the
just
world
lost the game.
scenario with God damn it.
Anyways.
There's a back and forth game with North Korea, and then they shut the fuck up. Well,
Yeah.
this year it's gone on all fucking year, and it just keeps getting more and more escalated.
Usually it goes on when, it starts usually about March, April. It goes on for a month or two.
Right. And now it's like all year long, and it's escalating to where like China just did a fucking massive war game, Russia did a massive war game, and we just did a gigantic one with South Korea, Japan, just our Air Force.
So who do you think's going to back up the central bank shills?
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
basically what you're saying
America.
is it's going to be the war to end all wars.
Well,
That's what they said the last 2 fucking times.
I know.
if they
Christ,
just let
exactly.
it, if they just let it roll, imagine Russia's position right now. They could pay their debt off with savings. They're moving everything to the blockchain. I mean, they could literally just start releasing shit, like true fucking shit. Like, hey, guess what, America, you did 9/11.
The only way...
And all this other shit that they've just held into their hat and just let everything collapse
Right.
while
So, I mean,
they rise to fucking power
The
through
only
the
way to
blockchain.
actually stop
Yeah.
this is for one of these two sides to basically expose the other side for all of the nonsense that they've done.
Right.
Which the side that's we're talking about
Basically,
is
knock down the house of cards
Yeah.
that we live in.
Yeah, but the problem, that's the problem though. Like Russia, I doubt has as much to hide as the central banks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
real.
I mean, he lets you know when he does some shit. Like that one, was it last year or 2 years ago, they had that cat that was out in the fucking city square in Russia somewhere calling Putin a pedophile.
Yeah,
And Putin shot him, or had him shot on the fucking steps of the Kremlin.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I
Like-
mean, they both have their
He doesn't try to hide anything.
they both have their pros and cons.
Right.
But here's the question though: are enough American citizens going to have the foresight and knowledge to see if this new world war started, what it really is about?
Right.
No,
Well,
And would they realize that it
they're
was
all a
all
bunch of
that we
tinies.
were all acting like fucking shills to the fucking bankers?
I think that there was a definite thing that happened with that Mayan calendar shit where they were talking about the 2012 awakening or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it just shows you the fact
AI
that
is trying to shut it down.
there's a certain amount of people
See.
that you already know. Like, you could come up to me and be like, "Did you know?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I already know."
Yeah,
But you could try to show somebody all the fucking actual documents of something happening, and that other group of people aren't ever going to wake up.
well, see, that's the thing, and
Just showed the fissure in human psychosis.
You're 100% right, because like think of something like 9/11, where I've tried to explain this to people who are like, I don't really believe that it was an inside job and da da da. I'm like,
I don't like listening to politics.
here's
yeah,
the
I'm
thing.
not interested.
I tried to explain to them, I don't want to get into it big time on the show, but I try to tell them like, hey, like, okay, so you don't believe that there's no nefarious things that happen on 9/11. And then after about 20 minutes of good, hard, old-fashioned American work, I get them at least to the point where they're like, well, maybe there are some things that they're not telling us.
Their
You're
brain
telling
overheats and
me
they just shut down.
That 4 goat fuckers supposedly.
Gabo A top, Fabio Cab
You're
Rap
telling me that you think these people were so unintelligent that they're goat fuckers. Learned how to fly a Cessna for 2 weeks,
Right.
And then magically could fly 2 Boeing 747s in the side of a building.
Not only that, but they my favorite one's the Pentagon. You know, give me
Yeah.
a goddamn break.
Yeah.
You know,
Google
that
image
takes some
search it if you-
master flyer.
I can
you
hear
know?
somebody right now listening. They're like, "Those goddamn bones and tubs talking about 9/11's fucking." I've listened to them talk about other shit.
You bunch of fucking normies.
I can't listen to this anymore.
I got it.
9/11 was an outside job.
Yeah.
It was goddamn Al Qaeda.
You gotta be like, actually,
Smell of cat piss just went up 1,000%.
oh god. Get out of here.
I hate
Go.
I don't want to look at those goddamn pictures of people carrying handheld things.
Toby, get the fuck out of here.
There was a plane that hit the
Jesus
Pentagon.
Christ, Toby. Come on, dude.
Toby, where did the fucking 1-ton titanium engines go? They were there if you would review the footage.
Yeah, just like how
Well.
they found a fucking perfectly intact fucking passport from one of the terrorists.
Yeah, they couldn't find the black boxes for weeks, but yet the passports fell out of the sky.
Ooh-wee.
Suck my dick.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, Toby.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to see like why people believe the nonsense.
It's just easier to stay asleep.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch cars drive around in a circle while I get blasted on beer cans.
I mean, that stuff's fun. Don't get me
Hey,
wrong.
we have
man.
listeners that watch NASCAR.
I understand that, but at the same time, if you're willing to like completely disavow the
entertaining,
fact
it's
that
fun.
you're in a
Can't-
goddamn hamster wheel,
If they're just willing to admit that it's just really an excuse to get fucking shit-faced with your friends.
yeah,
That's fine.
That's the thing. I mean,
who doesn't love getting shit faced with their friends?
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't most things, like, entertainment-wise just an excuse to get shit-faced with your friends?
I mean, I used to Christmas shop with alcohol in a Powerade bottle. So,
Yeah.
I mean, don't
Right.
tell me that alcohol doesn't make everything more fun.
I do some pretty redneck shit, you know, like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I feel like, you know.
Same time you're in the backyard making a fucking free energy device that can power an LED light, you know, while you raise chickens. You know?
That's
I mean,
the way to live.
we talked about it before on the show. You know, you got to be like Sean, Dr. Doug Hurdy, you know?
Yeah.
You got to be a jack of all trades, a master of none.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's going to be the one surviving.
Right.
He's going to be the one with, like, 3 or 4 fucking male sex slaves in his garage.
Fucking AI doesn't kill me first.
Yeah.
Feeds him out of fucking dog bowls every day.
Right.
Gives him a couple handfuls of fucking grain.
I just stopped by on my fucking horse because that's how it goes. What's up? He's like, oh, nothing.
Yeah.
You want to get the gimp out?
Yeah. Time start getting tight for you, and you start thinking, man, maybe it would be better just to be one of his gimps.
Right.
You think sometimes it
At
might
least
be
he feeds
better
his
if
gimps.
just, like,
Yeah.
nuke went off anyway?
Oh, man, I think that every day. I'm thinking it right now.
What's that now?
It'd be better if the nuke just went off.
Sheesh. Depends on where it went off at.
See, I hope that it
A lot of
happens.
people will die.
I hope it happens the way
yeah.
the way of the EMP. I hope they just launch one over.
Yeah.
You know, there's
That'd be
2
great.
satellite pads over the center of the United States, one from Iran and one from North Korea. They have this path to launch satellites into orbit, if satellites are real. But you could launch a goddamn EMP and just think of all the planes falling out of the sky, think of all the people on life support dying immediately,
Yeah.
and the people that die shortly thereafter from supply trucks not
Making
showing
scared to
up.
fly.
Yeah.
What are the odds of an EMP going off while you're flying?
Probably smaller than me getting raped by a cactus today.
Well, that's when we initiate Operation Save Preble County.
Yeah.
We have a plan. We're blocking this shit off.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, we're going to go to every major highway and route into and of around the, where I lives. And if you want to join in where you live,
We're in a pretty good line.
we're going to get some chainsaws, right? And we're going to cut down trees over the roads leading into our area.
Lots
and lots of trees to block the roads so that nobody can get in.
We need to get with Red, White, and
For a
Justin.
minute, at least until everybody gets their shit straight, I guess.
Well, even then, we would only keep, like, it'd be like some fucking Thermopylae shit. Like,
Think
only leave, like, a goat path open.
Think about all the things that we could stop if we just
Red,
blew
White,
up
and
bridges.
Justin will definitely be in.
Oh, yeah. We get Red, White, and Justin his advanced knowledge of tannerite
We've already
systems
spoken
to,
of this.
to destroy bridges.
He has a working knowledge of diesel engines,
Yeah.
so we would need his mental might in order to survive.
It's funny, the other day I was driving home from work, and you know how Facebook will alert you if you're nearby somebody, because that's important to know.
They do that now?
You never seen that?
No.
I was
What is
driving.
this witchcraft?
You know
It'll
where-
tell you if you're near somebody?
You know where Red, White, and Justin lives, right?
Yeah.
I was driving home from the Factory of Sadness, and I'm
It
on
notified you that you're close
I'm
to
on
Red, White, and
122
Justin.
by the pallet factory, and it says, you're right next to Red, White, and Justin. And he messaged me right after I saw that. And he was like, you driving down my road or something? I was like, no, man, I'm almost to Gratis. He was like, ha. You know?
This is weird.
Yeah. Just a universal
When
nod.
this,
It's probably because I'm driving over that fucking bridge.
you have to be
And that's the
like,
universe letting me know that in a couple months, we're all going to be with Red, White, and Justin blowing that bridge up.
Yeah,
If you have-
blowing that fucking bridge to
I'm assuming your
goddamn.
satellite has to be on and what have you.
I've got my, what's that thing? The notifications turned off, so people supposedly can't see when I'm active.
Do
Even
you have
though,
the messenger app, or
yeah,
is that's what's telling you?
I guess. It pops up as a push notification.
You know what's crazy is mine does that, but it's Google, and it tells me like, and I never asked it to do this, and I'll get in my car
the AI
and
told you.
turn my car on when I'm leaving the Factory of Sadness, and it'll like bloop up like it knows. First of all, it knows I'm in the for whatever reason my phone knows I'm in the fucking car, and it bloops up and says, "Bloop, you have approximately 51 minutes to your home. That's 3 minutes quicker than yesterday."
Yeah, I used to.
What the fuck?
Whenever me and Bones rode together to the Factory of Sadness, we went to the gym so much that my phone thought that the gym was work.
Yeah.
So, like, it would, like, I'd get up in the morning or something, and it would tell me, like, you were 25 minutes from work. I'd be like, and then it even, like, tell me what time I had to be there and shit. Because we got there every day at, like, 10:30 or something, and would be like,
bitch.
Yeah.
You've never lived life until you've done a heavy fucking deadlift session after you're completely hungover.
Mm-hmm.
You think your heart's going to explode already and you're still doing deadlift.
Nice.
That's how you live on the edge.
Living on the edge.
Now look at this.
Yeah.
But no, so closing off Preble County from the rest of the world. Because I think amongst
I've always wanted
ourselves...
to do that anyway. I mean, we're pretty much closed off already.
Because I think the main
Let's
goal,
just finish the
main
job.
thing is that we have to stem the tide of
Blow
people
bridges,
possibly
man.
coming from the
Blow
north of
bridges.
us, the northeast of us, and the southwest of us as well.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop it.
Luckily, the old lady that's at the gas station in my hometown has been feeding me information about heroin dealers and where they live. And I always respond with something cheeky like, wouldn't it be crazy if that house burned down? You know? So stage 1, get rid of the bridges. Stage 2, ? Stage 3, house fires.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the question mark stage.
Maybe it is all about making America great again.
Then we could fucking make fucking caltrops on the road too.
Oh, yeah.
So then if they manage to get past the trees, they're gonna pop their fucking tires.
I'm just excited to have all that extra free time for gardening and also learning how to play the banjo.
Yeah.
So I can hide in the
We
trees.
need a mandolin player.
Yeah, we do need a mandolin.
Can't talk about him. I'm sad.
Oh.
Ryan Simpson.
Yeah, I know. We're Ryan, if you're listening, we're rooting for you,
I
brother.
tried to contact him the other day.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a problem. I watched the other day on Facebook.
He messaged me back, but
Oh, did
he
you
was
really?
very.
Listless.
He said he missed me. No homo.
Right. Some homo. Very minimal.
minuscule amounts. Actually, is what he said.
I asked him, I said, how does it make you feel that all of your music adorns the Bones and Tubs podcast? And he was like, I've never listened to it. I was like, well, thanks for the music.
Yeah.
You should put one of his songs on at the end of this episode too, because I really liked that time you put one of their songs on at the end.
Which one do you want?
I don't know.
Let's do it now.
Well,
Let's
I
figure
was
it out.
listening to the first song.
I'm a big fan of
They have
Viet's
at the
song.
beginning,
Yeah,
and then,
Viet song is good.
The end, that time, I don't know what time it was, but you played one of his whole songs at the end. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
I used to do that. I didn't ever get any feedback, so I just stopped.
Yeah.
Because it takes like an extra 48 seconds. You know?
Yeah.
But
I
if
hate that for you.
you like it, I'll do it. You know?
Yeah.
Just like, maybe not this time, because I don't want to listen to myself talk, but next time.
You should totally listen to yourself talk.
Yeah, you gotta understand. I listen to
should.
I listen to the show because it helps me learn how to not annoy the fuck out of myself while I'm talking.
I told Tubbs the other day I'm going to start collecting all the things that both of us do that I hate, and I'm going to make ASMR videos out of them.
It's just a series of me going or
No, yours is
saying words over and over again.
but so anyway,
Yeah, there we go.
and mine's always like, I've got something very important to talk about.
Interesting
18-second pause. You know? These guys are just listening to it like, where are the goddamn topics? They're talking about themselves.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
fucking normie.
Yeah.
Fucking white,
Yeah, that's what they want to say.
cisgendered.
They just want to say fucking white devil.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Cisgendered people. That's crazy.
Oh,
Hey,
a lot of hate in my heart.
yeah, and the show's about over, but I wanted to end it with one thing, and I can't tell anymore who's trolling and who's not. I think I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, especially, you know what it's bad with is the left. I'm starting to believe that everything they say is trolling. Like, they don't believe anything. Like, because I saw this thing the other day where it said that a trans person was incapable of raping a woman
What's funny is that some people believe that, though.
because trans folk have less privilege than cisgendered.
Same way blacks can't be racist.
So if a trans person rapes a woman, it's not rape because rape involves power. And I saw this and I'm like, they can't be serious. It sort of broke me a little bit. I don't say it completely broke me. You don't win,
The
but
stupidity broke you a bit.
the stupidity broke me.
Yeah.
And I have to believe now that every time they say some shit, I don't care how logical it might sound or possible logical, it's fake.
I think that all the left, and really the right too, a lot of them started out to be funny or to get famous as trolls, and then they were so weak-minded that after they lived in those troll camps for so long, they went mad.
They became what they talked about.
I'm a member of a couple of troll groups on Facebook because they're hilarious.
An active member or just a participant?
Sometimes I am an active member.
I would say, I'm more an observer.
I observe most of the time. One of them is Stop Masturbation Now.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Wasn't it you that sent me that picture that I posted on Instagram?
Probably.
No,
So
it's
many people that
climbing a
comment
ladder.
on there, they think this shit's real.
Now, it's trolling, right? Like,
It's 100% trolling.
I thought that was an actual church group, though.
No.
No, so
it's
all
an actual
fake.
trolling group. It's all fake.
Is
Then
it
the
like-
other one is Christians tattoos.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say Christians against tattooing because I saw that the other
And
day
hemp.
too, and I was like, this
Shit's
is
fucking
fake.
fake, bro.
I was like, it's fake. You're just.
They
What are you
talk
trying to?
about,
Are you
like-
trying to trigger conservatives or something? Like,
Yes. They talk about, I just injected 4 marijuanas. Stuff like that. It's clearly
You
fake.
show a picture of a dead body and they're like, he just smoked marijuana.
But that's the thing, though.
Injected it.
you gotta.
Injecting-
That's
yeah.
the thing, though. You gotta accept Poe's law on this shit, though, too. If it's not explicitly said that it's fake,
That's the point.
there are people who will fucking believe this
I
shit.
know. That's what's great about it. That's why I actively monitor both of them. Because of the people that actually believe this shit.
Yeah.
It's clearly fake.
Yeah. Clearly.
But people were like, fuck you guys, this is bullshit. This is just an herb, man. Like dumb shit, you know? But then you have the same people, from the ultra-conservative side who were, on there, saying shit like...
Yeah. Saying some super dumb shit about how tattooing is wrong and smoking
Yeah,
weed is wrong
being
and-
serious about it. It's great, man.
Like I said, you can't take
You get
anybody
both
serious.
sides. You get both sides.
That's why we decided to start the Platonian Party
Yeah.
for that very reason, because we are serious.
Yeah.
Everything we say that comes out of our fucking mouths here on Bones and Tubs, except when we're hacking on Jews, is real.
Yeah, except then.
Yeah.
LOL.
It's jokes.
But one of our good dudes is the son of Abraham. So peace out to Heckler.
Yeah.
You don't listen, but it's okay. I don't expect you to.
You're saying he doesn't listen because he's a Jew?
I didn't say
Yeah.
that either.
Okay. I was just curious. I'm just
But,
clarifying.
So I think we gotta wrap up the show, don't we?
Yeah, I gotta go to pay the tax man. Even though
Yeah.
my taxes are turned off this time of year.
Ooh, yeah. But
that game?
Yeah, it worked out really well. I got a heavy refund last year. Yeah, the year before that, I got a $5 bill.
nice.
But it's nice. It makes me feel rich for 8 months out of the year.
All right, folks. I think this is gonna be it for us. We'd like to thank y'all for listening. We'd like to thank Dr. Doug Hurdy for coming on our show again. We always love having him on.
Hopefully our three-way banter gave you enough laughter to make you squirt a little bit of pee.
Yeah, just a little, not a lot.
At least the ones of you that had children.
Yeah. We like to thank y'all for listening, and I'd like to thank Ryan Simpson. We know you're out there for letting us use his music on our show. Mm-hmm. We want you to check out our Facebook page. It's no, check out our Instagram. I'm not gonna say Facebook altogether. Our Instagram is way more lit.
You need to check out both of them, though.
You can check out both of them.
Instagram is where it's at.
And just FYI, listeners out there, there is a shipment of fucking bumper stickers coming.
They're a premium.
And they are premium.
I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm making a hand motion.
I'm going to figure out some sort of magical way to give away some of them for free. I haven't figured out exactly how that's going to work yet, but I will be getting this week. So I'll probably be on the next episode telling you.
What if you're holding them like a hand of cards naked on your couch like a French girl?
I'm going to cover myself with them.
Share this photo.
Yeah.
And you will be entered to win.
Exactly. So it's going to be something simple.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might ask more of you. I might finally.
Send us some of your blood.
We've been pushing so much of our energy out onto you. I might ask for a little bit more in return.
Ooh, energy sharing.
Yeah, just a little bit. So I might have to have you send me some sort of crazy ass picture of you or something. I'll think of something between now and next week.
Do you have inner workings going on with any podcast sharing? Because if so, I'll share it at the end of the show. Or if you could get some by the end of the day.
I might be able to get somebody. I could find something.
That'd be slick.
Yeah.
I'm all about sharing.
But yeah, so, we're going to have some sort of giveaway for bumper stickers next week.
Exciting.
And they're nice, clean, beautiful bumper stickers.
Yeah.
But,
All knowing.
Yeah, all knowing. And check out our website, www.bonesandtubs.com. Like I said, check out Instagram, Facebook. Check us out on all the podcatchers. Not all of them, but most of them.
The important ones.
The important ones, the ones that matter.
Right.
We're on those ones.
Yeah.
We're going to try to do more clips on Anchor and get some more of those out there for you.
LOL in the future?
Yeah, well, St. Even's taking a hiatus. You know,
I unearthed the originals.
I saw those.
Ooh.
I saw those.
Some of them.
Those are
Really?
OG LL's crispy. But LL will return.
One was funny because it said it had one of the characters. I think it was the anvil in it, or maybe the cannon, and it said, "I cut myself to feel happy."
Nice. Jesus.
Yeah,
What was wrong with
Shit was
back
dark.
in the day?
I was living in the darkness.
But well, thank you guys for listening to the show again, and we hope to see you next time. And we'll see you then.
We love you.
We really do.
Doors closing.
the mark has been made. Your short memory